Hi, I'm Mystic Rose. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking all about your ascendant sign and the sign of Sagittarius. So what exactly does that mean? Well, your ascendant is the sign that was rising in the eastern hemisphere of the world when you were born. And in order to calculate your ascendant sign, you've got to go to a birth chart calculator and put in your exact time of birth. If it's off by even a few minutes, it could change your whole entire sign. So do be sure that when you're calculating your ascendant sign, that you make sure that you put in your exact time of birth. And your ascendant sign can denote your physical appearance and also how you portray yourself to the world. When people first meet you, this is what they think about you. So having your ascendant in the sign of Sagittarius means that you have very luscious hair, like the texture is thick and luscious. And also it could mean that you have a medium to large frame and build, and you're muscular and quite strong. It also means that you could be a little bit overweight, especially if you're over the age of 30, because people that have this sign are very prone to overeating and overindulging in food and alcohol. So it's something to definitely be aware of. But they do look very strong. They have strong facial features. You have nicely developed back muscles and a glint in your eye. You're a free-spirited person, and you're not easily offended. You're the type of person that you want to know like life's mysteries. So you're all about finding and discovering what the meaning of life is all about. And it doesn't mean that you're naturally like a religious person, but it means that you are definitely a spiritual person seeking answers. Some personality traits. You are very adventurous if you have your rising Sagittarius rising. You're very adventurous. You have a thirst for adventure. You always want to be stretching and challenging yourself to grow. You're an adrenaline junkie, and you really feel like you aren't living unless you're like constantly doing something to challenge your limits. It's important for you to be one of the first among people to do something. You have a desire to go and do other things that other people have only dreamed of doing. You're so energetic too. When you have a Sagittarius ascendant, you have a lot of energy and you need to keep constantly active. The need to stay still for long periods can feel physically painful. So for this reason, you probably are involved in some kind of sport, or you enjoy working out, or at least being a bit physically active. You can never do some kind of work that you feel is boring. So you always need to have some kind of work that like causes you to think or challenges you in some ways. You can be a bit impulsive with your Sagittarius rising. You can do things without thinking sometimes. You rarely say no to anything, and you jump right in without sometimes considering the consequences. You're happiest though when you have big adventures on the horizon to look forward to. You can be quite independent. So you have this intense need to be free. Even though you do enjoy the presence and company of other people, you have such a need to be at least spiritually free, and just free in general, free to go, and fear. You have like a fear of being tied down to something that's going to prevent you from doing something else. So for this reason, sometimes you might be a little bit wary of like long-term commitments, whether that be a job contract or like maybe a mortgage or anything like that, or even a relationship. As a Sagittarius rising, you are a lifelong learner. You have a growth mindset. You believe that you can learn to do anything with enough determination and commitment. And if you want to learn something new, you just put your whole heart and soul into it and you go for it. This makes you really cool, in my opinion. And Sagittarius rising people, sometimes they're a little bit reluctant to commit in a relationship. They're sort of afraid of the responsibility in some ways. But also, they kind of can have in the back of their minds that something better might come along, so they want to stay available. And so, like, they kind of like casual relationships. And sometimes these casual relationships can just naturally become more serious as you spend more time together, and the feelings can deepen. So a lot of times that's, you won't want to put a label on a relationship. But when you find the right person, you can be very committed. It's just that you, like I said, you sometimes might feel like something better might come along. Sagittarius risings are highly compatible with Gemini people because they match your energy of impulsiveness and that constant desire for adventure and newness. And you'll keep each other interested in the long term, but sometimes they'd run into trouble together. You're also a great match for Aries because Aries has a sense and a thirst for adventure. They have a lot of energy, and you would be definitely matched with your energy levels. They can also provide for you a kind of direction that you often lack in your own life. Sagittarius rising people are very energetic people. They're extremely kind and they're so friendly. They are the life of the party. They have such kind hearts and are so protective of their friends and family. And if you've enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up and comment. I love to hear your comments and your feedback. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. And keep an eye out for my new videos that are coming out next week. I'm going to be doing some videos about cutting cords, energetic cords with people. And I'm going to be doing like all kinds of esoteric things, like things about your aura and how to protect yourself, and I want to get into like automatic writing and all kinds of things. So definitely check out my library as well. I have so many esoteric videos in there, and I'm just having a lot of fun with this, so I hope that you all are too. And thanks so much for watching today, and many blessings to you.